As a summary from the previous two videos, we can see that there are in total 4 types of adjustments, 2 for accruals and 2 for deferrals. So the first one is prepaid expenses. Okay, before any adjustment has been done on prepaid expenses, assets will be overstated and expenses will be understated. And in order to do the adjustment, we need to debit the expense and credit the asset or contra asset. Secondly, we have the unearned revenues. Unearned revenues where our customers have paid for our service that we have not done yet. So after we have after we have conducted some of the revenue, then but we have not done the adjustment, our liabilities will be understated and our revenues will be our liabilities will be overstated and our revenues will be understated. In order to do the adjustment, we need to debit our liability and we need to credit our revenues in order to adjust for the revenue that we have actually done. Thirdly, type of the adjustment will be accrued revenues, where we have done the services but we have not received any money for the services. So before we have recognized the revenue, what will happen is that our assets has been understated and our revenues understated as well. So we need to adjust for this accrued revenues by debiting our assets and crediting our revenues. And fourthly will be the accrued expenses, where we have used up we have consumed the expense but we have not paid for them. Therefore, at that time, our expenses have been understated and our liabilities understated as well. So, in order to adjust for this accrued expense, we need to debit expenses and we need to credit liability. Okay. All right. Therefore, after producing or after doing all the adjustment, we need to produce our trial balance. Okay, at the end of our period, at the end of the accounting period, in order for us to come up with the financial reports. Okay, so adjusted trial balance is prepared after all the adjusting entries are journalized and posted. And the purpose of the adjusted trial balance is to prove the equality of debit balances and credit balances in the ledger. Before we do the adjustments, also we produce the trial balance with the same objective to prove the equality of debit balances and credit balances. But after we've done the adjustments, we need to again check for the equality of debit and credit balances by reproducing the adjusted trial balance. Okay, and after the adjusted trial balance is completed, it will be the basis for us to prepare our financial statements. Okay, so here is an example of an adjusted trial balance for Pioneer Advertising. So this actually follows on from the examples of the adjustments that we have done before. So these the red colored balances are balances of accounts that have been adjusted. So from these balances we will transfer the amounts to the appropriate financial reports.